Hi, it's Grace. New glasses, cute hair, cute fit. There's a whole story about this fit, but I don't really need to get into it right now. Necklace from my auntie because my main necklace, the little like the back piece on my chain broke. It was like a Pandora chain, and like the pendant was a blue turtle from my mom, and I wear it every single day. And I went to put it on this morning, and the little back piece was broken. Like it wouldn't like snap into place. Like it was just like loose, and I was like, oh man. But this one's actually really cute. So yeah, it was from like my great aunt lived next door to me growing up, and so like this, she told me it was like it was from like my great grandma's like bracelet, and like they took the little pieces off, and like there was like a set of earrings and there was the necklace, so I got the necklace. But anyway, I wanted to make this video. I was like, I need to sit down right now and make this video. I mean, mostly because I look so cute in these glasses. No, that's not why. And like when I like say these messages, I'm hoping I'm like pulling a collective that is like in the same place in life as me. There's like a couple other channels I follow, and I like really resonate with them. I guess I'll drop them down below because I can't like think of their names off the top of my head. It like makes me really sad. I think one of them's like Jada, and one of them's like Haley Strawberry or something. I don't know. But I actually have one of my little oracle decks because I told this in the last video. I was like, I'm gonna get back into this. So I'm just gonna like pull and see how they make me feel, because I feel like right now, I'll shift the camera down a little bit. I need change in my life. There's been like a couple things that have happened that have like, they're not the reasons that I need the change, but like catalyst for it, if that makes sense. Like not the reasons for why I need the change, but it would be nice bonuses if that works out, if I make the change, if that makes sense to you. I feel like some of you are probably in the same boat where you've kind of like been sitting on a change that you need to make, but it's hard to let things go. Like whether it's a job, whether it's a person, whether it's a living situation, it's hard to let things go when you don't necessarily have a safety net. Like whether it's financially, whether it's like, you know, you don't have the people to back you up and all that stuff. But I'm in a place like that, and I just know I need to make a change, but I'm like, I need to be able to like, you know. Okay. Symbiosis and revisit. Okay. What? All right. Release. Okay. I don't really feel like these are for me. Maybe they are. I don't know. This is the angel number oracle. And I don't think I've shown this on here, but I have I have two tattoos. One of them says angel energy, and I have this one that's like the butterfly. The butterfly effect and the domino effect. I got this originally just because I thought the design was cute. And then everyone was like, what's the meaning? What's the meaning? And so I gave it meaning. Basically, if you don't know, like the domino effect is like one thing affects the other. And with the butterfly effect, it's like a butterfly could flap its wings on one side of the earth and it'll like cause a tsunami on the other. Basically, everything's connected. Everything impacts everything. So the angel number oracle, like it really means something to me. And also like, this is like, I don't know if you heard the song like Amber. It's like, whoa, Amber is the color of your energy. Yeah, like, I don't know. But yeah, I'm not good at reading oracle, or especially not tarot. I want to get into reading tarot, but bottom of the deck, change. Literally, what the fuck? And like, I don't know, I just think it's so funny that like the color scheme of like these are very similar and very like orange based. And I'm gonna like get the little book out, the little guide, because orange means something and I don't know off the top of my head what it means. But orange, excitement, vitality, and laziness. This seems like an oxymoron. Also the butterfly's on this. I have the butterfly on my arm. So I feel like that's not coinky dink. Butterfly is growth, transformation, evolution. Okay. So in the order I pulled them, also, the fact that it's also 555. I see a lot of like 222, 333, 444. And I think a lot of people want to chalk up like angel numbers to like once you're in tune to it, you're just going to see it more naturally, like da-da-da-da. And I'm like, that's true, but that's not necessarily coincidence. It's just that you're becoming more in tune to the energies around you and all that stuff. So Anyway, to show, can I show the spread? Can I do that? Oh, it's gonna be upside down. Shit. I'll just pick them up. This is the order that I picked them up. So we have revisit, symbiosis, release, and change. Symbiosis is like things working in tandem, right? Release is obviously letting things go. Change is very clear. Revisit is what's tripping me up. I'm gonna let's go look. Let's go take a peeky. Okay, turn your focus towards your roots and home life. What dusty corners need some light shown upon them? Step up and face the issues you've been sweeping under the rug. Fuck. Okay. So I feel like from this whole thing, it's like you need to take a breath, assess what changes you've been needing to make and what things you've been putting behind you, what things in your life are supporting you, what things in your life benefit you in a healthy way, create a symbiotic relationship, someone who mirrors you, a situation that mirrors what you need, and letting go of everything that doesn't support you and making the necessary changes. Fuck. Okay, one more thing. I literally picked up the deck. I'm probably going to cut this into the middle of the video, the tarot part of it, but I cut my deck. I looked at the bottom and I looked in the middle, and I wish I was joking. I pulled adventure was on the bottom and stability was right in the middle. And they're also both 4s. Like, also when I picked those up, the next cards were relax and perseverance, and also like 4s and 2s as well. But like going on an adventure will lead to stability? The stability that I'm craving? Or it's like you need to go on an adventure and let go. There's a hair on my... Or you need to go on an adventure and let go of the stability and things will work out. I don't know. I'm going to pull one from this little earth deck too. I really want to like start like actually reading my tarot, because my tarot deck is so freaking cute. Hey girl, hey. Wakey, babe. I get a lot of like the water cards with this. It was so funny because like my mom also a little bit reads like oracle and tarot, and I don't know if you know about it, but it's like when they're your decks, like you don't necessarily want other people's energy like touching it and being all over it. And I had a deck that I really didn't get along with, and I was showing her my decks one time, and she just like picked it up and started like shuffling, and I was like, girl, that's your deck, because that deck does not like me. And she was like, I'm sorry, I didn't even mean to pick it up. Like, I just thought that was like a funny story, which kind of goes to show that like you can't force relationships or situations that aren't meant for you, and they might work out super well for someone else. So like so many fell. Only 2. Storm and Crystal. Storm is chaos, anger, turbulence. In difficult and turbulent times, remember this too shall pass. Crystal is clarity, perfection, energy. You are pure and perfect just as you are. I feel like what this is saying is when situations are difficult, it doesn't necessarily mean it's about you. You need to remember who you are. You need to protect your peace and your energy, because you are not your external situations. You are not everything that's happening around you. I feel like that's what I'm getting. Bottom of the deck, Oasis. Yep. But all this to say, I have my little support dog right here. I feel like all this to say is things are changing. I and you need to find the things that are working in our favor. It's just really frustrating right now because I know what changes need to be made, and I'm fighting for them and trying for them, and I'm wanting the next step to be secure before I let something else go. And I just don't know if I can wait. I feel like I'm being called to like make the change right now, but my logical brain is like, well, if you don't have the next step planned out, you can't let go of this. You have to hold on to this until the next step is planned out. I'm like, but I don't want to. I want to go. And I know I said I would touch upon this in the last video or maybe 2 videos ago, but like I really want to be a singer. And my voice memos is just chocked full of like little songs that I've made up. Because for me personally, and again, I say all this not to brag, but just to be like, this is something I'm passionate about. I'm sure you guys have passions that you keep to yourself. It's like just loads and loads of like songs, little songs that I've made up, because lyrics come to me relatively easily. I did it when I was a kid too. I would quite literally just sit in my playroom because I was an only child. I spent a lot of time by myself. I need to clip my toenails. That's so unrelated. I just poked a hole in my sock. That's not good. But I would just sit in my playroom by myself and just sing for like hours. And I'm not even joking, just like continually making songs. I remember I had a friend named Maddie growing up, and when we were kids, we were on her trampoline, and she was like, you can't make a song about anything. And I was like, yes, I can. Give me something. And she was like, make up a song about a girl sitting on a bench who's sad. And I just like did it. And she was like, wait, that was really good. And I was like, thank you. But over time, you get in your head about things. I was having a conversation with a friend the other day about how I don't like doing things in front of other people unless I'm like perfect at it. And I think that stems from when I was a child, my dad really embedded in me, it's not worth doing something unless you're perfect at it. It's not worth doing something if you're not the best at it. And that really stemmed from, my dad was not passionate about any of my passions. He was very anti-band, anti-swim, anti-running. He was very, if the thing you're doing isn't something that someone else can show off, it isn't worth doing, which is not true. Which is very, very not. Hi, Toby. My little kitty cat is here. Which is very, very not true. It's worthwhile doing things just for the joy of doing things sometimes. Come here, bye-bye. Come here, get in a video. What? No. I don't know if he's happy about this or not. Hi. Toby. He's so cute. But that's just not true. And I feel like this like circles back to like symbiosis. I'm slowly finding the people in my life, and I'm sure you are as well, that like actually support you in the learning of new skills, or support you in the engaging more in your hobbies, and support you even when it's not perfect, even when it's not something you can show off, laughing at mistakes and whatnot. But it all circles back to, you have to do that for yourself first. And I'm only starting to find these people now that I'm starting to care about and support myself first. It's a lot of big changes. I feel like you guys are going to need to do the same thing, and I'm just not done. I'm just not ready to like stop talking right now. Like I want to keep talking. Like what do I have to like read? Oh, this was actually like the perfect thing to open up on. This was from, what's this 6th month? June? Yeah. This is from June 8th. Oh, he's so cute. Somehow we skip from April to June, and I'm frustrated at the rapidity of it all. What has happened in the meantime? Filler episodes? Where is the substance? Where is the intrigue? Has the viewership gone down? Am I slowly shifting just outside of the public eye? I don't desire fame. Not in this moment. I desire intimacy. Vulnerability, lust, maybe lust, but lust for my soul, my creativity. I want someone to crave every piece of me. Someone who wants to devour me whole, but contains themselves to just eating my scraps. Holds themselves back so they can see how much I can truly grow. Someone strong and silly and nerdy and intelligent. And then you're going to find my writing is very disjointed. So I'm going to read the whole entry. It's pretty big, but why not? Someone who is strong and silly and intelligent. This Portillo's is so much different than back home. But the stars on the ceiling are nice. I bet they look better in the dark. I look better in the dark. I can only remember going to 2 concerts during my childhood. Hannah Montana. I went with my cousin Caitlin and my mom. I think we stayed in a hotel. And a country music fest in Chicago. I cried at that fest. Ooh. Sobbed. It was way before the show started. Everyone scattered by, sort of close to the guardrail. This lady moved her stuff over, and I walked up to the railing. I was so excited. She looked at me, all under 5 foot tall, 12-year-old me, and said something along the lines of, I moved my stuff for 2 seconds. Jeez. I turned to my mom, told her what happened. She thought the lady was being nice, and then I sobbed. The people with her scolded her and offered me the perfect spot along the railing. My mom had won those tickets on the radio. As an adult, I now know how little money we had. And this one nice thing she was trying to do was ruined. I cry a lot. All I wanted to do in that moment was go home. I was so hurt, so taken aback, so small, so young. As an adult, I know that the crowd would have eventually pushed in and way more people would be on the railing. But my God, why snap at a child who was just excited she could get a closer spot? She was so short. She was so happy she'd be able to see. What a fucking bitch. My phone has been set on military time since my freshman year best friend changed it. It was very helpful when I started working for Disney since they use military time. Her name was Carly, that best friend. Our friendship burned so bright and died just as fast. Sometimes I miss her, but not often. I wonder what it'd be like to see her now. How much different would she look? Would our conversation flow or be awkward? Maybe it'd be nice to just have some company. The solitude is so nice until it's not. So, yeah. And then on the next page, it's still part of the same entry, but it's a quote that I saw like on Pinterest or something. And it was like, I just woke up one morning and you were the blood in all of my poems. And then I wrote, I want you to ask again because yes, I'll let you read my poetry. I love crying, but yeah. So we got a little rambly towards the end, but I feel like this is a nice place to end it, even though I love the sound of my own voice and I would love to talk forever and I really like this fit. I'm gonna go. Maybe I'll record a different video in like 30 minutes, but I really like these new glasses and I really like this fit. In my hair, I would kind of eat as an office siren, but I don't want to work a desk job. Anyway, bye. Love you.